Dear students, welcome to the English class. Today I shall conduct the revision of the poem The Banyan Tree. I'm sure you all are aware that this particular poem is there for your unit test too. I have already explained this poem in detail in our earlier sessions. If you have not understood, please do watch again so that you will understand detailed explanation of this poem. Now I'm going to conduct the revision of this poem. So let's get started. The Banyan Tree, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore is fondly remembered as Gurudev. He has written a collection of poems which is called as Gitanjali. He is also famous for having written India's beautiful national anthem, that is the Jana Gana Mana. In this poem, he relives fond memories of his childhood. This particular poem is all about the banyan tree. So, the speaker refers to the banyan tree as shaggy headed. I hope all of you know what a banyan tree is. I'm sure you all have seen. Yes, it has an untidy appearance, and therefore the poet calls the banyan tree as shaggy headed. So the speaker is asking the banyan tree whether he has forgotten the little child. Just like how the birds have nested in its branches and gone, so that way, likewise, has the banyan tree forgotten the little child. Now let's know who this little child is. This little child is the one who stares at the window, sits at the window and looks out of the window, staring at the banyan tree. He's amazed at the tangled roots of the banyan tree. So he's looking in wonder, the tangled roots of the banyan tree. The poet also mentions about women coming to the banyan tree to fill water in their jars, to fill their jars with water from the pond that is at the base of the banyan tree. Okay, and the huge black shadow of the banyan tree dances through the water of the pond. He also mentions about sun rays dancing on the ripples of the pond. Just like how a shuttle moves, dances in the weaving loop while weaving a golden tapestry. Two ducks swim by the weedy margin. Margin means border. And the child would still sit still and think. What is he thinking? The child wishes to be the wind, so that he can blow through the resting branches of the banyan tree. He also wishes to be the shadow, so that he can lengthen as the day continues and grows into the night. He also wishes to be a bird, so that he can perch on the topmost twig of the banyan tree. And the child also wishes to be a duck, so that he can float among the weeds and the shadows of the banyan tree that dances in the water of the pond. So, thus the little child wishes to be the wind, the shadow, a bird, and the duck. So that's all. That's the explanation of this poem. I hope you have understood. Now let's discuss the meanings. Shaggy means untidy appearance, tangled is knotted, wriggled means danced. Shuttles means a tool that is used by the viewers. Tapestry is a piece of woven cloth with designs. Margin is border. Lengthen means to increase in size. Now let's discuss the notes. Let's begin the notes of this particular poem. Shaggy, untidy appearance. Tangled is knotted. Margin means border. Give one word for the following phrases. A piece of cloth with design. It is called as tapestry. Tool used by weavers to weave a cloth is called as shuttle. Question answers. Who is the writer of the poem The Banyan Tree? The writer of the poem The Banyan Tree is Rabindranath Tagore. Which tree is mentioned in this poem? The tree mentioned in this poem is the banyan tree. Why does the poet call the banyan tree as shaggy-headed? The poet refers the banyan tree as shaggy-headed due to its untidy appearance. What is the child looking at? The little child is looking at the tangled roots of the banyan tree. Why have the women come to the pond? The women have come to the pond to fill their jar with water. What does the boy wish to be? The boy wishes to be the wind, the shadow, a bird, or a duck. Choose the correct options. The poet relives the memories of. Option A is visit to the zoo, his childhood, or his travel to a foreign country. Answer: childhood. The poet relives the memories of his childhood. Let's do that again. You can read along with me. Meanings: shaggy, untidy appearance. Tangled, knotted. Margin, border. Please repeat. Meanings: shaggy, untidy appearance. Tangled, knotted. Margin, border. Give one word for the following phrases. Piece of cloth with design, tapestry. Piece of cloth with design is called as tapestry. Tool used by weavers to weave a cloth, shuttle. Tool used by weavers to weave a cloth is called as the shuttle. Who is the writer of the poem The Banyan Tree? The writer of the poem The Banyan Tree is Rabindranath Tagore. Which tree is mentioned in this poem? The tree mentioned in this poem is the banyan tree. Who is the writer of the poem The Banyan Tree? The writer of the poem The Banyan Tree is Rabindranath Tagore. Which tree is mentioned in this poem? The tree mentioned in this poem is the banyan tree. Why does the poet call the banyan tree as shaggy-headed? The poet calls the banyan tree as shaggy-headed due to its untidy appearance. What is the child looking at? The child is looking at the tangled roots of the banyan tree. Again, why does the poet call the banyan tree as shaggy-headed? The poet calls the banyan tree as shaggy-headed due to its untidy appearance. What is the child looking at? The little child is looking at the tangled roots of the banyan tree. Why have the women come to the pond? The women have come to the pond to fill their jar with water. What does the boy wish to be? The boy wishes to be the wind, the shadow, the bird, or a duck. Let's do that again. Why have the women come to the pond? The women have come to the pond to fill their jar with water. What does the boy wish to be? The boy wishes to be the wind, the shadow, a bird, or a duck. Choose the correct options. The poet relives the memories of his childhood. The poet relives the memories of his childhood. So students, I have quickly explained the poem, read all the meanings out and also the notes. I hope you all will learn the meanings and the question answers. Thank you for participating. Take care and God bless you.